live. How y'all doing? And I just received a phone call, man. Sorry about it, Facebook. It will not stream live on Facebook. I went live too late. My internet was acting up. I do apologize. I was over on our number one show on Station Head talking to my people, talking to y'all, the producers. And so make sure y'all subscribe over there on Station Head. We very unfiltered. We got into some things over there. Make sure y'all get into it. But we are live. All right. And I have a quick announcement to make. All right. Give me a second because people are coming to me. I was in a grocery store. A lady said she didn't even know I still did YouTube because she did not get her notifications. So I'm letting you know we have the notifications. We set it up where you can text me directly. Text Wiley to 888-534-4939 and you can be notified when I go live. Text my last name, Wiley, one word, to 888-534-4939. You do not, it don't cost you a thing. It is free to do, and you'll be notified when I go live. All right. I just want to let y'all know that because a lady hit me up. I was getting me some groceries. And she was like, "You still do YouTube?" I'm like, "Yes, I still do YouTube." She haven't got her notifications. And so make sure when you get the notifications, about 100 of y'all that way. And okay. Okay. Give me a give me a quick second. Quick second. I'm live. Make sure y'all. So did you check Dallas County? Because I'm hearing that he's in Dallas County. Yeah. Do you you could check Dallas and see would that work? That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. Okay. I'm live right now, so let me call her right here. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay. So we are live. We missed you out on the opportunity to have gotten 100,000 follow with that trial. But anyway, hey y'all, Wiley. Yeah, I didn't cover the trial because I wasn't interested in the trial. If it wasn't dealing with us, my people, I wasn't interested in the trial. My producers tried me to talk about it. They said, Wiley, right, Paul? Paul was telling me to talk about it. And I just didn't talk about it because I'm like, I wasn't interested in the trial. And I just wasn't interested. It wasn't that entertaining for me to talk about it. It was not that interesting about to talk about this trial because it was long, it was lengthy. I didn't care nothing about it. And people were saying, Are you going to cover it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not interested in that." It was so many other things that I was interested in that my people needed to hear about. We need to talk about what's going on with gun reform in our country, talking about politics, but I wasn't that interested at all. But when I heard that she shitted on the bed, I was disgusted by this case. When anytime when you take a boo boo on the bed, that's disgusting. That puts me in the same place when them women said they was eating R. Kelly's boo boo. Like I was over it. And once I heard that, I was immediately turned off about it. I couldn't believe it. She said she boo boo on the bed. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. If you do something like that, I don't want to see you ever again in life. I don't know what would I do if somebody come and boo boo on my bed. That to me, that's like get my bail money, producers get my bail money because something gonna go down. You pull down your pants and your breeches and you take a number two on my bed. Speaking about a number two, I am reading. Give me a second. I am reading Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. I'm currently reading this book. So Trevor Noah, Mr. Trevor, when he was a kid, growing up in Africa, you had an outhouse. They didn't have like an indoor plumbing. It was an outhouse. So he decided he didn't, because it was raining outside, he had to take a number two. So instead of him going to the outhouse, he decided to take a number two in the newspaper and throw it in the garbage, to the point his grandmother was blind and she smelled the boo-boo. And she said, "Who is that? Who is in here?" So when Trevor's mother got out for work, she felt the boo-boo and they thought it was a demon. I'm like, stop it. No. Anyway, that just really triggered because I actually read that like last night in this book. He boo-booed in the newspaper and he threw it in the garbage instead of him going to the outhouse. But we talking about this case. So, wait a minute. Why are you nasty? I can't wait to interview Trevor Noah. I'm gonna ask him why you boo-booed in that newspaper. All right. You can just look at her face. She Amber looked like she gonna boo-boo. Look at Amber. Look at her face. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff we're gonna get into in here. Make sure y'all share this live and thumbs up. So Depp's legal team just left the courthouse to applause, even though their client wasn't there. It is clear that the crowd loyalty stood. The jury just found anonymously in favor of Johnny Depp on his lawsuit that Amber Heard calling him a sexual abuser was defamation. The jury further found Heard's accusation in the Washington Post was malicious. The jury awarded Depp $10 million and $5 million punitive damages. Now here's the thing: Amber won her defamation countersuit and was awarded $2 million. The defamation was based on Johnny's lawyer accusing Amber and her friends of concocting a story for the cops under direction of her lawyer and publicist. The judge reduced the $5 million punitive damage award for Johnny because Virginia law caps punitive damages in those cases to $350,000. That result, Amber owes Johnny $8,350,000. It appears that the jury has ruled in favor of either Amber and Johnny or both defamation claim because the judge. Okay, that was that. So he won. He got his money in, and I put Tasha K in a title because I know some people are mad. I know her employee is in the chat, and she said, "Why did you put Tasha K in the title? She don't have nothing to do with this." And this is what I want to tell people: when you read a title, come to me first, and then I will explain to you why I have her in a title. The reason I have her in a title because Tasha K lost her defamation suit with Cardi B. And I put in the title, Tasha K should have hired Johnny Depp lawyers because Johnny Depp won $8 million, $350,000. So that's why I put in the title. I said maybe she should have hired them folks instead of Olga. That's what I said. That's the reason why I put her in the title, because instead of hiring Miss Olga, she should have hired the dream team that represented Johnny Depp, in my humble opinion. And another thing, I put the titles together so that people can watch the show. I just wish people would ask me, like, why did you put that title in there? Because it makes sense once I explain it. Doesn't that make sense? Did that make sense? That's why I put it the way I put it. But to explain to Chelsea, Tasha K employee, and which she's beautiful, by the way, me and Chelsea bump heads. It's just like we be cool one day, the next day we bumping heads, next day we cool, and she's so beautiful, like for real. Anyway, but that was the reason why I put it in the title. And so if you misinterpreted what I said, that's the reason why, because Tasha K lost her suit with Cardi B, right? And we're gonna see, and I believe she's gonna win in the appeal, but she lost it in the trial. But Johnny Depp won this case. But this is the thing when I want to tell people, this is why it's so important to have good attorneys, because good attorneys, it can make or break you. His attorneys, they did a great job painting that article that she wrote about Johnny Depp, even though she didn't name him, was defamation. And it's going to set a precedent that you can sue. Now that you see in these cases, you seeing Cardi B and Tasha K case, that's going to be that's going to add up to some precedent, some legal precedent. Now you have this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. Now that's going to now people will be able to quote that case as well, because people are saying, oh, it's so hard suing a public figure. It is so hard to prove defamation of character. With these cases, you are now seeing that people are now going to sue you. You just can't put anything in an article and a person lose opportunities. It's a strong possibility that you're going to get sued. I'll say it again. So you just can't say anything. It's a possibility that you can sue. From this case, what I've learned is be careful writing those op-eds about people, because you can be held liable for that. And so be careful what you write. And if somebody were to write an article about me saying I'm an abuser, I'm this and that, and I lose my Coca-Cola deal, I lose my Walmart deal, I lose my book deal, I lose movie deals, then that's good evidence that I can use to paint a picture that what you did, it defamed me, I lost opportunity, and it was a lie. But you must prove that what you're saying is a lie, and prove it to the judge, and you can definitely get president. Okay. So, and I'm saying this to the people that's out here, that's the legal scholars. This is good for Johnny Depp, but his reputation is always damaged. So I don't know if he's going to recoup the stuff that he lost. He's not going to be able to get the $8 million. Give me a second, because she ain't got it. 8.3 million. That just not gonna happen. She ain't got it. You're gonna be chasing it down, just like Cardi B. She's gonna have to chase Tasha K down for that. You're not gonna never probably see that money. Millions of dollars, you're probably not gonna go get it. By the time you spend chasing it down, paying your lawyers, you will come out just leaving them alone and just let them be, because they're gonna have you going through so many loopholes to get the money. And by the time after you get through spending all them legal fees, you exhausted. So I don't know. She don't got it. I don't think she's gonna be able to pay Johnny Depp the money. It looked like she don't have it. She don't have that bankroll like that. She did write a statement saying that she was upset. That, let me see if I can read her Amber statement that she wrote. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Now, Johnny Depp said the jury gave him his life back after finding Amber Heard liable for defamation. Oh, that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, to never give up. He wrote a long statement. Amber called the verdict a disappointment, a setback for women who speak up for domestic violence. I'm sad I lost the case, but I'm sadder that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and open. But you can't lie. And you come against somebody with good attorneys, and she did not. Let me tell you, Amber didn't do a good job on the stand. Many people didn't believe her. Some people said she was snorting coke allegedly on the stand. They said they didn't believe her on the stand. They was dragging the comments. Most people was definitely on Johnny Depp's side. They did not like Amber at all. I was talking to people all over the country. They said, while we are not on her side, we're on Johnny Depp's side. We are on his side because he is right and she is wrong. Right? That's the side is on. So Amber, a lot of people in the chat right now telling Amber to hang it up. So that's where we at right now. So I should have covered this trial more. I didn't do it, but I don't have a staff to make me do stuff, and I don't have a staff. So it's on me, and I didn't feel interested in talking about it. But if I had a staff to give me the footnotes about the case, then I probably would have broke it down. But I didn't feel like writing notes to that trial. I wasn't interested. First of all, I was working when the trial was on, and then when I get out of work, the trial be on, and I'm sleepy. If it ain't something quick, then I'm just not gonna do it. All right. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines if y'all want to call in, and if y'all want to give y'all thoughts about it, and we can definitely talk about it if you want to give your thoughts about it as well. And so I know a lot of people say, no, you didn't have to cover it. Yeah, Paul didn't tell. Yeah, Paul was here and he wasn't interested either. Right, Paul? Yeah. So Paul wasn't interested either. And I definitely wasn't interested in watching it as well. They said, yeah, Wiley, it was a big story. And there's gonna be other big stories coming. She even lost her role in, oh wow, really? So hold on one second. We're gonna open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. Because y'all don't hit the link. For some reason, y'all do not hit the link when I drop the link for y'all to come on StreamYard. Y'all love the phone lines. Is that okay? Do y'all prefer the phone lines and the link? I think Duval, he came on StreamYard. He did a good job. He give great points. He comes on StreamYard. I think he's the only one that comes on StreamYard. The rest of y'all like the phone lines. Let me see. Somebody came on here. Give me a second, because I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Let me open the phone lines before I bring you on, Duval. 1 second, because I don't want to interrupt you when you're on here, because it interrupt you when you're on here. Give me 1 second. The number is 646-716. Oh gosh, what did I do? Okay, the number is 646-716-8447. Let me make sure. I want to make sure. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna boot it up. Oh, wait a minute.
To your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
Your show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
Okay. All right. Duval, there you go.
Hello, Wiley. Mr. Duval is back in the building because the people requested me. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
Um, thank you very much. Let me say this.
Your show will go live
Hold
in
on
5
second.
seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before I be
Radio.
Okay, there you go. You can come on. There you go.
cool. Before I begin, the reason why I love coming on the stream or set the phone line because my phone be constantly messing up, especially when we be going on like station head and stuff. And it's like it's a phone issue with me. I don't know why, but StreamYard, I can talk on my microphone and people can hear me clearly. So I think that's better for me than somebody else. But in the case of Tasha K, the reason why I agree with your title, not because I'm some fanboy of yours or nothing like that, is because I think Tasha K going into the case didn't take it as seriously. I think it was a game of chicken between her and Cardi B. I think they both felt like one was on drop the lawsuit or one was on submit. When neither submit, they both had to go through the situation. And so I think if Tasha K would have took the case seriously from the beginning, she wouldn't have took an attorney that's one a defense attorney, which Olga is a defense attorney for criminal court, not for civil court, which civil court is different rules than criminal court. And she took the advice of Olga because remember Larry Reed used Olga for his cases. So she felt like what worked for him could work for her, which different cases, require different people. In Larry Reed cases, they ain't have the money to hire the top notch attorneys like Cardi B did. So I felt like she should have played it differently in that situation. I think she's going to win the appeal as well based on my personal reasons. But when it comes to, like I said, Tasha K could have had a better strategy. And because she did have a better strategy when it came to her court cases, it's like she was always behind the eight ball and she never could dig herself out of a hole that she put herself in. And so, bottom line is, what I'm saying, I'm glad that Johnny Depp won. I think with the case of Johnny Depp, with the case of Tasha K, I don't think it will stop people from not say slander other people, but it won't. People gonna still say what they have to say because a lot of these celebrities don't have the money to sue and don't have the time and the energy to go through a court case. That's why.
Absolutely. I think because it will never stop people from defaming people's name. People gonna always, but it will teach. I would tell people be careful when you walk down that road because if the person got the money and the time and the resource, you could do it. And I also look at Larry Reed. You remember when Larry Reed had an allegation against him? A blogger put an allegation that he touched underage boys.
Mm-hmm.
And that blog, before you knew it, Larry got a lawyer, served the blogger. The blogger had to pay Larry Reed money. The lawyer that was representing the blogger that was coming at Larry Reed with the allegations wanted to lead the blogger, and the lawyer was like, "You can't lead. This is your client." And the person pretty much lost his ratings, lost his money. His son like opened up the door. And that's how he was able to get served. So you got to be careful when you put stuff on the internet and try to trash somebody's name, because if that person got the time and the energy, they will sue you. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, and that's true. But at the same time, you gotta understand, suing somebody can take a long process. Think about this for a second. But remember Bobby Light supposed to quote unquote sue Tasha K, but you know Bobby Light don't got no damn money, and so you know what I'm saying, we knew that wasn't going nowhere. You gotta have money to sue people, and not only when you win a judgment, you gotta have money for you to like file a lawyer to garnish wages, because it's not like okay the courts just automatically take Tasha K income. Cardi B got to file, you know, say motions to garnish on Tasha K wages and for them to do their due diligence to get Tasha K income. You know what I'm saying? They can't just take her income like that. It's not a criminal situation where the lawyer, not the lawyer, but the judge can force Tasha K to pay back the money.
That's the same thing with Johnny Depp's lawyer. In order for him to get the money from Amber, is that her name, Amber? I'm saying her. He's going to file stuff to get it, because you got to get the money from the person. And if the person ain't got it, you wasted all thousands of hours and hours and hours of it to get it garnished. And so I don't know how this situation is going to work, because I don't know how he can garnish Armor money. I don't even know if you can garnish a YouTube check. I don't know if you can do that. Can you garnish that? I don't know. But when it comes to this situation, Johnny's going to have to get his people, and his next battle is going to be getting the money from her, even though he owe her some money, but she owe him, was it $8 million? Let me make sure I get the correct amount. Over $8 million that she owed, that Amber owed Johnny Depp. So, wow. And then you got to track it down and get the money from him. So I don't know how that's going to happen.
And that's the truth. And one last thing, when it comes to Cardi B, I don't think Cardi B really want the money. I think Cardi B sued Tasha K because she wanted to send a message, because she don't like black bloggers, you know, critiquing her. For whatever reason, she feel like either she feel like she's one of us and she feel like we should stand with her, or she feel like she's better than us. And you know what I'm saying, we should stand down because of her ethnicity and because of her skin color. She feel like maybe she's above being criticized by black people, because she never sued the People magazine that put out that she had a false pregnancy by not false pregnancy, but also had a false pregnancy by another, you know, say Instagram model. They put that in People magazine. She ain't sued them. She ain't sued TMZ when TMZ went after her, but she sued Tasha K, and she defamed, like, you know, Angie for the Shade Rule, and she bullied, you know, saying Kyle for Neighborhood Talk, because like I said, she wants to send a message to black people and black bloggers that, hey, you know what I'm saying, stand with me or get rolled over. So I don't think she really wants the money. I think she just wanted to send a message to other black bloggers and say, hey, if you come after me, I'm going to come after you. And it kind of worked, because one last thing before I get on, somebody like Mark Radio, for example, who used to talk about Cardi B every single day for hours a day, she don't do it no more. Why? Because she seen Tasha K got sued and lost. And so that kind of scared her a little bit, and she deleted all those videos that she had of Cardi B. Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, Mark Radio was shook. And I think some other bloggers were shook that used to go after Cardi B, because they seen that Tasha K verdict and they don't want to be a part of that. So you have a good day, Wiley. I truly appreciate your audience. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for calling in. They said Larry Reed lost a case using Ogre as well. What? Somebody just text me. Wait a minute. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Okay. 9867, caller, you on air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Wiley and Chad. This is the voice in New York. How you doing?
Doing good.
Wiley, why you always be trolling us with this Tasha K case, saying Tasha K needs to do this and Tasha K needs to do that? With this whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff, I'm happy she was found guilty because she has taken the voices of those who are actually in domestic violence cases and had run amok and lied. Because now what it does is that, first of all, it shows double standards, right? Everyone listened to Heard, Amber, and believed her. And it took Johnny to actually put this case public. And I was like, this is a 5 or 6 week case. And that's all you heard to see how violent she was. And then, Wiley, how did Johnny plan for this? Because he started recording her. Like, which guy is going to go into a relationship and start recording his wife, the mistreatment, just in case something happens? Because remember, he started playing the audio back, and I'm like, dang, he did all this, he did all that. And it's kind of like, because he knew who he married. So you got to be prepared for someone like this. And I feel like she had like a borderline personality disorder or whatever case may be. Now, I also think the Washington Post should be sued too, because the Washington Post is the one who accepted her op-ed piece in 2018. So if I was Johnny Depp, I would have went for also the people who accepted her opinion piece in order to defame my character. As far as money is concerned, he's not gonna get his money back. Okay, she's probably gonna have to, file for bankruptcy. And she's gonna be very tough to get the money from. Same thing with Tasha K. I don't like the other caller said, I don't think Cardi B even cares about the money. I think Cardi B want to make an example of that. And Wiley, why do you think Tasha K don't have the coins to get the same lawyer as Johnny Depp?
The coins, all she needs to do is make sure that she's out there and maybe somebody might pick her case up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
But Wiley, that was my sister. But Wiley, you always do that, Wiley. I know you. Sometimes like making a mockery of Tasha K, because you already know good and darn well Tasha K don't got the coins to get a lawyer like that.
Well, no, the reason why I said she should hire Johnny Depp lawyer, because Johnny Depp is in a winning right now. He won a lot, right? And so that's why I put her name in the title, and her employee came, Wiley, what do Tasha K have to do with this? I'm like, it's actually a lot, because this is a civil case, and Tasha K will go down in history having a civil case. Am I right about that? Both cases are civil. Both cases was defamation of character, and so.
But just like Amber Heard, Tasha K was caught red-handed saying some derogatory terms about Cardi B, and then she refused to take it down like a dummy. It's not so. Tasha K is kind of like Amber Heard in this situation. Right? If you want to put them side by side, so again, you still want Tasha K to lose even further?
I don't think so. I think me personally, if Tasha K, if she were to hire Johnny Depp's lawyers for her appeal process, it's a strong possibility that Tasha K will win that, because this isn't an appeal.
Why?
Because them attorneys are definitely good. They're very strong. They can definitely find some flaws in the case.
Because there's two types of attorneys. There's one who know you're going to lose and still take your money, because someone has to lose in the case. No matter what case you win, someone has to be a loser. So you don't pick up a case unless A, you could actually win the case. The evidence is to your benefit. And what I mean by evidence, I'm talking about even if the evidence is not direct, you're able to tell a story based on certain things that you have to build a case against what you're having. And there's another type of lawyer who's all about the coins. They already know you lost, but still give me my money because I care about my bread. I don't care about your case. Tasha K's case is the latter. She had too much negative, derogatory evidence against her. And not even unbeknownst to her lawyer, okay? It behooved her to even continue the case, but her ego and her being popular was more important. Tasha K knew she was gonna lose this case. And let's be honest, it was slam dunk, okay? It's like saying, "Oh, I didn't kill someone," but then there's a picture of you or smiling with the knife in their hand, showing that you killed the person. How in the clear 4K HD view, 360 on the camera, saying it's not me. It was you. And we got fingerprints. It was you. So what Tasha K was doing was just trying to cause a big hoopla and trying to get famous. Like, he knows she's gonna. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised her husband is still with her, because if it was a Kevin Samuelite, he would have been gone. Wiley, if it was someone like you, a Kevin Samuelite, you would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? So it shows that her husband truly cares about her, because a lot of people would have been like, nah, bro, you don't got no bread. We about to be bankrupt. Your mouth got us in trouble. You know, like, love conquers all, I guess, you know? But, Wiley, you caping. You capping hard. You capping hard. You know deep in your heart of hearts that Tasha K don't got a case. She's going to redo it just to get her name out there, and I don't blame her. But I wouldn't pick up the case if I was a lawyer, unless I know you pay me big money. I get paid no matter if you win or lose. But the thing is, I don't want my name associated with that. I think Olga knew, first of all, I don't think Olga was a lawyer. I think Olga was the lawyer, but Tasha K was the one directing the lawyer. She seems like that type of person where I hear what you're saying to me as a lawyer, but I'm going to do what I want. This is what I want you to do. And Olga is like, bro, I just want my money. So it is what it is. Potato, it is what it is. Either way, I'm getting paid. And my name is out there. Now, Olga's name and reputation is associated with a losing case and a celebrity case. So what did Olga get out of this deal besides money? She got embarrassment.
All right. Well,
and her career. And if she has you out here, you know, defaming her, saying Olga is this, Olga is that.
It's not defaming. She's a bad attorney. She lost. So she's not a good attorney in my humble opinion. She lost the case, and I do believe if Tasha K would have had Johnny Depp attorneys, I guarantee you Tasha K would have won that lawsuit. I 1000% agree. I will put my hand over my paper towels right now. She would have won that case.
Marquise, in what way? In what way? Tell me. Because Cardi B was suing her for something very specific that everyone, the whole world, with proof had. Whatever you delete from the internet is still there. How? Cardi B was going after her for what she said about the slandering of having a STI, right? That she said out her mouth. There wasn't no he say, she say. You saw a video. That's direct proof.
I hear you right there. Hold on. Let me see if somebody else want to come on. Let's see. 3352. Is this Olga?
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Now, I agree with you. If Tasha K had Johnny Depp's lawyer, she would have won. Now, say this: if we had Johnny Depp's lawyer, you think we would have won as well? If we had his lawyer, I'm just put us as an example.
One in what regard?
Now say it.
Go ahead.
So I agree. You don't. What that card said. You don't say cap things, but I think playing Tasha K in the title was kind of clever because it's kind of like the same thing with Amber Hood. She is kind of like a version of Tasha K. So I agree with everything you said. I watched the whole thing. I was happy that he won.
All right. Okay. Well, we thank you. Thank you so very much. Voice in New York. What else? Yeah. And I say this because I love Tasha K. I just think that she should have never hired Olga. I personally think that if she would have called me, I would have told her, let's get you some better attorneys. Because according to Larry Reed, he had lost some stuff with Olga. But Larry Reed said that Olga does well with the appeal. She's a good appeal attorney. So that's according to Larry Reed. And Larry Reed have worked with Olga a lot. So, but I'm saying for...
Okay, but you can't dump the amount, though, because when you appeal something, now you got to go back into the evidence that you show to now refute everything that they did, which is more time in order for you to make a good case, which is less... It's basically... You're basically repeating. And now you got to come back with more evidence to show why what they said was wrong. That's more work for the lawyer. That's drawing out the case even further, and you're losing money. Why do I want a repeat of this case? I would have won the first time over. right? Like if she's a good appeal attorney, of course. So that's when she's really doing her job. When's the appeal time? Of course, she's gonna charge you even more. It's a game out here. Olga knew she was gonna win the case. As soon as you talk to a lawyer, you do a consultation. You go through the case and they figure out like, okay, how can we win? There was no way Tasha K was gonna win this because Tasha K, yes, may have a good attorney, but Cardi B has a whole record label behind. She got millions of money.
Someone said in the chat, Tasha Talks Truth said Tasha didn't get a fair chance. The judge said Tasha was going to lose her case, and that's wrong, and it's against the law. It should be looking into that federal judge. That's what Tasha Talks Truth just said. And I agree. When a judge tells me that you're going to lose the case, you already coming in with bias.
Okay, then her attorney should have asked for another judge. Did her attorney do that? No, she didn't. And let's think about it. The card that Cardi B played and the times that we're living in is sympathy on the psychological and mental health of social media bullying. That's exactly what she did. There's a big movement towards that. If I'm a lawyer, I'm going to use that defense. Okay, I want to say this has been psychologically damaged to my client. Okay, and she's gonna go up there and cry, which what she did. She's gonna talk about the money that she lost, the self-esteem, how that affected her love life, how that affected her brand deals. You know, because now people whispering and stuff like that. How that affected her being a mother, because the way to be bullied across millions of people. How that like it's a whole method behind it. Tasha K didn't prepare for that. She was loud and wrong and proud of being loud and wrong. And this is the damage. I just hope she already set money aside for her kid's future in a 579 account or a custodial IRA account, because they're going to come for her for a while. And hopefully TV Studios transferred everything under her husband's name, because anything she gets moving forward is going to be stopped. If Cardi B chooses to, Cardi B doesn't need to get money from her. Okay, let's be clear. She's just doing it just to humble Tasha K. She doesn't need her money. She's a millionaire. She doesn't need her money. She's just doing it to make an example out of her, which is unfortunate, right? Because I'm like, okay, I don't need the money. I just want to show that I'm right. But no, she want to come for her money, which means Cardi B was like, word, let's do it like this. You're playing with a whole system
I personally believe the judge was very biased, and I think it was a very unjust judge. The way how he came at a black woman. If Tasha K was white, if Tasha K was Amber Heard, that judge would have not come at her and said, you're going to lose this case. I believe the judge did wrong. I believe the judge was a closeted Cardi B fan, and that's what I personally believe.
Why didn't you do that, Wally? Why didn't you go up there and recommend a judge or to Tasha and to Olga and be a part of the whole social media team? And then why didn't you take that upon yourself to get more involved in helping Tasha K out? Why didn't you go out there and say injustice to Tasha K and have tickets?
Well, for me personally, that's a very good question. I was already booked. I had family going through, my finances were tied up during that time. I just could not get there and do it because it's very expensive. You got to pay for the hotel, you got to pay for fight, you got to pay for food, you got to pay for a camera team, and my finances went up there to do that. And so I supported my sister, and I don't want to tear up. I supported her on my show, and I was very vocal. We was the only YouTube channel that showed support, and that's what we did. But I did write a letter to the judge, and I said he should recuse himself from the case. But I don't know if I sent it to the right courthouse. I probably did send it to the right courthouse, but I did send a letter. To the judge, because I do believe the judge should accuse himself, because that's what I'm saying in my humble opinion.
Well, hopefully, maybe you can ask if you can be a part of Tasha K's defense team and help look for videos or anything to help her. Have you thought about that, Wally? Have you suggested to Tasha what lawyers you should consider? Have you made calls and say, hey, I have a friend, her name is Tasha K. I know you saw that big case. I think this would be a good case. Have you done your due diligence to help? How are you helping Tasha K at this point? Not tactically, but actively? Well,
for me, keep her name relevant. I will say this: about 60% of my supporters subscribe to TashaKLive.com, and they're spending $14.99 a month to watch it. But I want to say, when a judge came at Olga and said Olga was a bad attorney, I think that's bad to say as a judge. I don't think a judge should be called an attorney bad. I think he needs to be investigated and to check his iPod or his iPad to make sure he don't have any Cardi B records on there. But when he said that Olga was a bad attorney, I think that's a case to bring up in the appeal that he was biased on the judge, and he had to apologize for saying that about Miss Olga.
Even yes, you're right. The judge shouldn't have said that. You know why? Because the judge is probably assessing the evidence that the lawyer is put into play and already knew based on the law where this case was going. Because it just didn't make any sense, right? I guess the thing is Olga need to, beef on her defense. And Olga should have asked, is there a way for the judge to be switched? Did Olga do that? I mean, you can't only blame the judge. You got to blame Olga.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna definitely have to get back to you about that. But Tasha Talks Truth said the judge wouldn't let Tasha K lawyers present evidence that was in favor to Tasha, but was letting Cardi lawyers present all type of evidence against Tasha. That's a good point, Tasha Talks Truth. I would love for you to call in because that sister is speaking facts. I think you're wrong on this side, Voice of New York. I think you're wrong. I think you need to be on the side of truth.
I'm on the side of what's right, and I'm on the side with so law doesn't matter if it's truth or not, and what you can prove, right? That's why, unfortunately, there are so many people who are in jail who are innocent, but the lawyers that they have, which mostly which is like public defenders, weren't doing a good job.
All right, hold on.
The law is very murky.
Hold on 1 second. Let me bring another lady on our brother. Who is this? 2140. Is this Olga? 2140. Hello?
No, this is not Olga.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
No, that ain't Olga. Go ahead, sister.
Listen, the judge was in his right to say that Olga was so horrible because she was representing Tasha so egregiously that he had to make that comment. There was nothing biased about that. He was probably more embarrassed for her than anything.
Are you a Cardi B fan? Are you a Cardi B fan?
It's disappointing that Tasha K would even hire someone of that caliber to represent her for such a high profile case. That says a lot. And as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, she did leave negative comments about Olga on their site and still allowed her to continue to represent her. I don't know what made her think that this one was going to do her due diligence in doing so. I think that Tasha K had no strategy. She just did what she does best and talked smack and wanted the people to support her and in hopes that she would win. But as a matter of fact, she had no strategy. I think she has supporters like yourself who, detached from reality and couldn't talk.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm not detached from reality. I'm very aware of this. I do believe the judge was a Republican, and you already know Tasha looks like a Democrat. And I believe that he was a Cardi B fan. I believe he was bought and paid for by the label. But I do, and I definitely don't want to tear up. I admire Tasha K for taking on the system. That black woman went on the battlefield. She will go down in history as the woman that was coming against this wicked, unjust system. And for that, I give her credit. And she went to battle. And for you to be a black, hold on 1 second, for you to be a black woman, for you not to stand by Tasha is sad. You should stand by your black sister because Tasha K is right.
I don't stand by her decisions. She chose that pathetic attorney to represent her. And instead of using her better resources to hire a better attorney, she continued to allow this pathetic attorney to represent her in her case that ultimately led to her losing the case and not getting a successful appeal, which everybody knew that was going to happen. We can't be delusional about what's going on. I understand that you support her. Heck, I support Tasha K. I just don't understand, how she's operating out here. She has a loud mouth, and she just hasn't been backing it up in a way that we thought that she would. I thought she would be, I thought she would make a better decision in selecting a better attorney. And I actually agree with you. She should go after. She should have hired what's his name, Johnny Depp's attorney. You understand what I'm saying? Her attorneys couldn't even successfully appeal, which I already knew that was going to happen. Okay? So,
But Carla,
I
do you
agree.
think, but Carla, I agree. Do you think that with Tasha K, because she's loud, I felt like because she was loud and wrong, she should have had a better defense attorney? Because
Right.
we all knew, we were all watching her. Like, this was a case for a whole entire year. So the fact that everyone was, I mean, we had so many YouTubers talking about Tasha K is going to win, Tasha K is going to do this, or if Tasha K,
Because
and
they
then for
believe the
her
hype.
to,
Tasha K was loud and wrong. She has a big mouth, and she had a lot of confidence, but she couldn't back it up, and she didn't even. I'm concerned. Okay, I like the entertainment value that Tasha K brings, but I think she should have taken this court case more seriously, and in hiring an attorney. $4 million is not something. Even you got celebrities that don't have $4 million to be dishing out. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think she took this case seriously, because why would you go and continue with attorneys that you knew that were incompetent? You even left negative comments on their site, and you still went with them. That tells me one or two things: you weren't taking it seriously, you didn't have the money to hire better attorneys, or you just didn't care. I don't know. I don't know.
Or she just be a narcissist, and a narcissist really don't care. They're like, look, it is what it is, and I know I'm going to lose a case. I'm going to lose a case loud, proud, and wrong, and have a horrible attorney behind my back. And the thing is, which attorney will pick up the case knowing what she did? Not that many.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Money talks. She didn't have the money to hire better attorneys or the quality attorneys as Johnny Depp. And
that's
I
not
think,
true. Tasha K is very her pockets are good, and she employed
able to get 1 million.
It's really good. She employed a lot of African American people. One of her top employees, Chelsea, was just in the chat, and she's always traveling across the world. So Tasha K,
Chelsea, are you believing that hype too? Please, did you listen? I understand that she gives African American people opportunities. That still doesn't make her rich. That still doesn't make her responsible. That still doesn't make her smart, because she's already proven that she's none of the above. So, you mentioning Chelsea is not helping her case. Okay, Chelsea is not some great representative for Tasha, to be honest with you. Okay,
she's not.
Love in a jailhouse.
And wasn't she not sleeping with someone that was a bum sleeping at Storm Monroe's house or whatever? And then she and Armand got into some beef as well. Let me be quiet before Chelsea come on and then start ranting and raving. And she be making Tasha K bring look bad on time. Like, it's kind of like, girl, like, what are you doing?
Again, Chelsea is young, and we all have made mistakes, but she's a good employee. One thing about Chelsea, wow, I don't want to tear up. She's just a good sister, and I'm surprised you Black women on this chat are bitter at Chelsea and jealous.
We have no reason to be jealous of Chelsea. Okay, I definitely don't. I'm a civil servant. I make six figures.
I definitely don't either. Literally, like this is comedy.
I have not. And listen, I'm not looking for love in the jailhouse. Okay, so trust and believe. I have no reason, and I'm sure this sister on the phone don't either, to be jealous of Chelsea. Okay, and you can tear up all you want to. This is laughable. This is very laughable to me.
Exactly. She's out here and she's gonna call in and complain and say all this or whatever case may be, and it's so laughable because when she was coming at Armand and Armand went live on Station Head and came back at her, then she came back on a Wiley Show to complain of how Armand came at her. And I'm like, well, girl, you started it. Like, I was there. You started it.
Exactly.
Girl, you can't be hiding and come at you.
But she's really good what she does professionally. Very, very good what she does professionally.
Not like Tasha. Tasha know how to give it and she know how to take it. Okay, she need to go to the school of hard knocks from Tasha K. I will give Tasha that credit. Okay, but as far as with legalities and backing up what she says, Tasha does not do that. But I mean, I still support her. The silver lining is she did gain 1 million subscribers out of this whole ordeal with Cardi B. And I think that was really her ultimate goal, was that. But I think she missed the mark because I would not, you got to look at the risk and reward. I'm not going to risk getting 1 million subscribers and then have to owe somebody 4 million. That's not a good business move. Matter of fact, not a smart move at all. So I don't know. I don't know if that was her strategy. She needed to hire a better strategist or think smarter. She could have hired me. I mean, Chelsea couldn't even talk her some sense into that. I don't know. She got to get better people around her.
Chelsea couldn't do that at all. I think what Chelsea should do is start seeing how she can sponsor air mattresses. So she should get like air mattresses to like send her free mattresses, and if she sleeps on it, to give reviews. Since that's what she's known for, right? That's what I heard her. So she should just get sponsored from the top air mattresses and get that bag. I mean, that's what I would have done. If you're gonna start a mess, at least use that mess for positivity and get coins off of it. And then have like the whole TV studios like, this is the edition of air mattress. It has this, and the third. It lasts.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that was. I think a lot of people get that misconstrued. She was only there for a couple of days, and I don't know. They weren't on the air
Why
mattress.
was she there at all?
They was on there for a couple of days. She was on there for a couple of days. We all have been in situations, entanglements. We all have been there. Okay. We all have been in an entanglement. And she's young. She's in her 20s. She's just a baby. That's true. Everybody have their moments. I had my moments. I was in an entanglement with a married preacher. So, and I was 18, 19 years old. But everybody have their entanglements in life.
You're right.
So I am
gonna give her a break because I forgot she was in her 20s. I'm an older woman. I'm probably twice her age. But yeah, I will give her a break.
Why people always use age as a defense of people who don't know right from wrong?
Because when they're younger folks
how young though? I mean, I can get it if you're like 20, 21. But even then, while he has 18, sleeping with the married preacher was wrong. And
where for me, I was young.
We don't know what cheating is.
I know that. I was young. I was young until you make these mistakes. But if you was in your 50s, if she was in her 50s on the air mattress and stuff, then I'd be like, oh no. But but if you're in your 20s, I think God give us 20s so you can make mistakes in your 20s. That's 10 years. I think because you got to have a point where you have to learn from that. And I think she learned from this moment, and she was hurt by it because the public dragged her so much, and I was a part of that. They dragged her a lot. She wasn't used to that. And the man, he just walking around with showing his muscles, his six pack. He doing a podcast. He's, you know what I'm saying? And he went away. But they dragging her. They don't drag Vaughn. He went to jail. But they dragging the woman. She get the butt of the drag.
Trust me, I'll drag him too. Shoot, Vanna get it too.
Because now he's still out here covering up his ankle bracelet with his socks. I'm like, look at that. He still got the ankle bracelet. Okay.
I mean, but how can you drag a dude that's already dragged? That's already at the scum. Like he's already a jailbird. How much dragging can you do? He's already drugged. It's already drugged. How much can you think about him? How low can you go? He's already limber. He's already on the floor. It's already on the ground. So that's why Chelsea was dragged. It's because it's kind of like, look at the dude you're dealing with. Like, hello, he had no stuff. He was a jailbird. He was this. That's why it's kind of like the standards. Like,
he was bringing her down. He was bringing her down. But I will go easy on her. I will go easy on her because I just realized she was in her 20s. She made a mistake, so I will go easy on her. But she is in the industry, like she's affiliated with Tasha.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Tasha can give it. And if that's the route she's going, she got to be able to take it as well. But I will go easy on her. I will say that.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying y'all give y'all thoughts about it. And I do believe one day Tasha K is going to win this appeal, and then everybody that talked about her negative. Let me pose this question: if Tasha K win an appeal and they throw out that judgment that Cardi B won, would you change your thoughts about Tasha K and Olga? I want to start with you, sister, and then I'm gonna go to you, Voice of New York. Do you think that you would change your thoughts if she were to win?
No, I would not. I would not change my opinion about Tasha K. if they found some kind of error and threw it out and decide they want to go through that process again. And it also will depend on how she will handle it moving forward. Will she continue with Olga, or will she actually put the money in and hire a more reputable attorney? I mean, like I said, I think she was basing her, I think her strategy was, let me get subscribers and let me, ride this infamous court case with me and Cardi, as opposed to taking it more seriously and trying to win it. Like I said, the risk was $4 million and her reward was 1 million subscribers. I don't think it was worth it. I mean, she doesn't have 4 million. I can honestly and openly say that right now. I think Tasha is very talented, with her personality, with her, interviewing, with her charisma. But as far as with law issues and things like that, I don't think she's very wise. I think she needs a PR team or somebody to support her in such endeavors, or to tell her, listen, Tasha, back off on this, but yeah, you can go there, here. I don't think she has somebody telling her that. And if they are, she probably just ain't listening. She's from Florida. I'm actually from Miami, so I kind of know her personality a bit. But it would not change my opinion about Tasha. I think she's talented in the industry that she's in, but I don't think she's smart when it comes to legal issues. And that's my point of view on that.
All right, Voice of New York. What about you? Was your thoughts change?
Well, firstly, you're from the same state as Sister Conservative. I haven't heard Sister Conservative calling for a while, especially what's going on in the world with her politics. But when it comes to Tasha K, I feel like Wiley, you enable her behavior. You're an enabler. Okay, like what she's doing stuff is like off the rim, and then you just enable her and excuse everything she does wrong.
I disagree. I totally disagree with that. I am not enabling her at all. I totally disagree. I totally disagree with that, because I'm just a black man seeing a sister that was going against the system, and she reminds me of Rosa Parks. Tasha K reminds me of Rosa Parks when Rosa Parks Rosa Parks refused to get up off the bus. Tasha K remind me of that.
No, he didn't.
And one thing, when Tasha K lost that case, it pushed black women back to the 60s, almost back to the 50s. It definitely did, because it shows you black women will not succeed in the court of law, because you all are beneath us. That's what I feel like, because she reminds me, oh my guys, I definitely don't want to tear up, because when Rosa Parks forgot to get, didn't want to get up because she was tired.
What Rosa Parks got to do with Cardi B?
Tasha K.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
I'm not trolling. I'm giving my thoughts. I give her my thoughts. Like,
I can't.
And Wiley, don't you know, like, Rosa Parks was chosen to be the face, but it was another black lady who was darker than Rosa Parks, who was truly going through it, who decided to get off before Rosa Parks. She was younger, and I think she was like a teen mom or something.
Absolutely.
And she was dark skinned. So she wasn't the face of the civil rights movement. So they decided to put Rosa Parks to be the face. So again, that's something that a lot of people don't know about. So I could tell when you mix parallelism, it has to make sense for the parallelism to make sense. You're talking about racial discrimination due to the color of your skin to do with Tasha K, who knowingly decided to talk ill will about somebody. Like, I don't get the correlation. What racist thing did Tasha K go through? She wasn't beaten. She was on her platform, loud and wrong. And the point is, she didn't want to. It's different if she was saying all this and no one had the proof she said all this. But bro, I saw it in HD. I saw it on my computer. I saw it on my TV. She said it. It was her. There was no twin out here. So what does civil rights got to do with this, Wiley? Like, that's zero correlation.
They have to deal with a lot.
Zero correlation.
Because the judge was white, Cardi B is half white, and the judge took Cardi B's side because of race. That's what I believe on. And I've been thinking about it, and she's going to win. She's going to succeed the same way they succeeded with the Montgomery bus boycott. Tasha K will succeed in the appeal process. And we do think, I do believe that the NAACP should get involved in this. I may even text Tasha, Paul. We're gonna have to text Tasha to see if the NAACP gets involved, because this is just race played a big factor of Tasha K losing. Those jurors was white and they was racist toward, and it was in Georgia, and you know Georgia is very racist. So that's what I personally believe. I personally believe it, and until I see some more.
I don't think it's going to win the appeal. I think any person who takes the appeal is there for the money. I'm not even a lawyer. Okay, that's not even my training, and I'll take the case just to get the bread. Okay, because there's no way for her to like win. There's none whatsoever, unless they're gonna go for a different type of maybe saying that the judge was biased, or maybe use some type of tactic like that. But as far as the defamation and what Cardi B was suing her for in particular, there's no way to combat it because there was proof of that. So I'm trying to figure out what the appeal process will look like. What is she appealing about? Is she appealing about, oh, I think I didn't have a fair, I think I'm going for a mistrial? Then that makes sense. Like, okay, the judge was biased, or this is a celebrity, but those are things they should have done before as the case was going on. As a lawyer, you could foresee if it's not going towards your side of the law based on the comments and stuff. Then I would have been like, I think we have a mistrial, let's switch a judge. But her lawyer didn't do that because she said, I want more money. I want to appeal because that's going to cost double the rate. Now, as far as Tasha K and her money, I won't be surprised if Tasha K does have $4 million. One, if during the whole pandemic stuff, 2020 up until 2022, a lot of people got rich through the stock market. So if Tasha K got smart, I think she probably invested in so many different things that it's actually possible. If she did options, not stocks, but options, and rolled it all the way up. Let's say Amazon ordered 3,700, and then Amazon went down last week to 2,010 and went back up this week. She could actually well be in the millions. It's possible. With investments and things of that nature. But I don't think people will know that because why you want people to know how much you make it? Like, that's no one's business. She probably has it somewhere overseas in the islands.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for the sisters for y'all for calling in. Thank you.
You're welcome. And hopefully Sister Conservative calls in because she didn't call in when you talked about the case that happened in Florida. I want to hear her thoughts. And she didn't call about the Buffalo stuff.
Okay.
I just got to say that, really. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. But I do believe this is push Black women back at least about to the 1950s. So I'm definitely going to keep y'all updated on this. We may go back live tonight if I get some updated information for some other stuff. So y'all make sure y'all definitely go to the text. Text Wiley to, let me get the number. Give me a second. To 888-534-4939. So when I do go back live, you all will be first to know. All right. And so we definitely want to thank Sister Voice of New York and the other sisters for coming on. Want to thank Brother Duval for coming on. Thank you for them for giving their thoughts on this case. A lot of my audience wasn't really interested in Johnny Depp. That's why we put Tasha K in the title too. And see, that's why we put Tasha K in the title, because I knew my audience, they don't care nothing about no Johnny Depp or no Amber Heard. They don't care. This is a Black platform. We don't care nothing about what they going through, because only what, like, so that's how to put somebody that we know in the title to make y'all call in, because y'all ain't calling in for Amber Heard. Now, one y'all well, Tasha K, there's Tasha. They not interested in no Amber Heard and no Johnny Depp. I don't even know if Johnny Depp. I don't know them people. I don't. So I had to think of a creative way to get y'all to call in. All right? I like Johnny Depp, but I get it. Oh, you like Johnny Depp? Okay. Yes, definitely took the Black women back to the 1950s. So we definitely, we definitely going to bring this show to a close. Thank you all so very much. I'm going to sleep. Are you going to be watching? Yeah, I'm going to watch Chasing Atlanta tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to watch the live chat because I work. Let me tell you, I work overnight, didn't get no sleep at all. So I'm going to take my pills. I'm going to eat me something. Take my pills. Excuse me. Because I'm tired. But I knew I had to come and do YouTube. I work full time. And my classes start June 21st. So I got a little break from school, but I'm working. We thank y'all so very much for that. Johnny Depp been famous your whole life. I didn't know no Johnny Depp. I don't know. I didn't know him. Probably watched some of this stuff. I don't know him. I'll be here for Wiley Shenanigans in the chat. Love it. Thank y'all so very much. If y'all want to be a contributor to our show, you can donate to our Cash App to the $ Marquise Wiley. Thank y'all so very much to send me super chats. Thank y'all so very much. I need to find a way. Thank you for anybody that sent me a super chat. I gladly thank you. Thank you, everybody, for that. What? Another what? Are you serious? Where at? Send me a DM. Another active. Where is that? Oh man. 3 kids in an Oklahoma medical building. Really? Can somebody send me the article? Shooting near St. Francis Hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Gunman is dead. Multiple injured. Some possible casualties. Oh my gosh. At St. Francis Hospital. This is why we need, and see, I want to say this and then I'm going to close. Our country is so far behind the world that we don't want just basic gun control. 21 ban handguns, or go do what Japan do. They have you going to the gun range. You have to go to classes. You got to get an exam. They make it so hard to get one. We need to do that same thing in this country. This country is so obsessed, and it's going to be more of this. This is just the beginning, you know, and it's not the beginning. The beginning been for, you know, a lot. I think since the Columbine, and then Parkland, now the thing that happened in Uvalde, Texas, now, and what happened in at the store in Buffalo, New York, at the grocery store. This is really sad, man. We need serious new laws on the books, and unfortunately, this is why it's so important to get involved, people. This is why it's so important to get involved and get the right people in office. And my heart just, they're not talking about it on the news right now. I'm watching Fox News. They talking about, give me a second. Let me go. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Okay, I'm watching the news right now. They on commercial break. Also, too, I got me some Fashion Nova shirts. Let me tell y'all. I know a lot of people want me to promote different products, but on my show, it's only certain things that we promote on our show. So I don't take every advertising dollar. I don't. But if you are an author and you write books, we would love for you to send your book this way. We will promote your book for a fee. Reach out to us at willeyshow@gmail.com. If you have a product, let me know, send me up. You can we are doing sponsorship. We got thousands of people that view us all the time. So the willeyshow@gmail.com and stuff like that. So so yes. The reason somebody asked me, why do I watch Fox News? It's entertainment. I like watching Tucker Carlson. It's entertainment. I know it's a bunch of BS, but it's entertainment. I started watching Fox News a lot because I was a patient I used to take care of. She used to watch Fox News a lot. She could not stand CNN. And when I would put on Don Lemon, she would cuss Don Lemon out. But I like watching Fox News. It's entertainment for me. It's entertainment. I love Fox News because it's entertainment. It's really entertainment. And I started watching because I was taking care of a client and all she played was Fox News. And so I will watch it. It's entertainment for me. That's why I watch it. Yeah, just entertainment. Tune in, Wiley, and let us know. Yeah, I'm watching CNN right now. Once I get more details, I may even go back live. Wow, this is a lot. They're on commercial break right now. So I'm trying to wait till it come back on so I can see. But they literally on commercial break. So I can't even. They're on commercial break right now. Yeah, Fox News like watching WWE entertainment. It's entertainment, and I love my wrestling. Was the race we would not then imagine? Just curious. I don't know. It's not. Let me know that. Only at a medical building. I don't have an article yet. Let me go to another thing because they only send me gossip in the city. Let me check the other blogs. The Shade Room. They haven't posted it. Let me check the Neighborhood Talk. No, daughter of the grandmother who was. Oh, they talking about the grandmother that was taken out of her grandson graduation. She lost her life at her grandson graduation because of those weapons. Yeah. Wow. Woo. Let me get off this. It's getting too heavy. Y'all about to have me crying. It's too much. Yeah, Tulsa police 3 killed in a hospital shooting. Gunman dead. Yeah, they're definitely showing on CNN. Okay, let me hear what they saying on CNN, and then I'm gonna come back live and we can have a conversation. All right, y'all. Let me watch CNN and get my notes together. Then I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all. Peace.